Welcome to the Candace Duff Show, where Candace Duff, coach, author, entrepreneur, and so much more, brings you advice, interviews, inspiration, and education to help you write that book, achieve that goal, and live the life you were meant to live.
If you want to learn how to launch a successful and profitable membership site, then go ahead and get this free guide given to us by Stu McLaren. The link is below in the comments. Welcome to the Candace Duff Show. This is your host, Candace Duff, and I'm so glad that you're here to join us. Today, I have somebody very special. I have a fellow Tribe alum. It's now going to be called the Membership Experience, and her name is Liz Sowers. Welcome, Liz.
Hi, thank you for having me, Candace.
Thank you for coming on the show. So, Liz, I know you and I are fellow Tribe alum. When did you first hear about Stu McLaren and Tribe?
So I first heard about Stu back in 2017, and I started following him on social media, and then finally took the dive and registered for Tribe in the spring of 2018.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Liz, and I am a former hairstylist, although we never get away from it, right? When you have a trade, like you're always doing that trade. So I still actively do hair. But I worked in the beauty field for well over a decade. And when the pandemic hit, I pivoted a little bit because a lot of things changed in our industry. And I have a little one that has an autoimmune issue. And so, there were lots of things happening at one time. So I pivoted and fell back on my finance degree and started coaching women that I used to help behind the chair with their beauty needs. I started coaching them on their money, and then it just kind of flourished from there. And then that's what I do now today, a couple of years later. So that is me in a nutshell.
So that'll make you a finance coach, basically.
Yes, I am a financial coach that specifically works with women.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I also specifically work with women. I'm a book coach, and I specifically work with women. And I love doing that because we need, to stick together and all the help that we can give each other, right? So
yes, agreed.
Mm-hmm. So in your experience as a finance coach, because you had to pivot during the pandemic, like so many of us, how did you end up, joining up for Tribe?
Sure. So I had actually taken Tribe prior to the pandemic. So I took Tribe in the spring of 2018. And right after taking it, I went to Tribe Live that summer, and it was an amazing experience. If anyone here is listening, like Tribe Live, amazing. You got to do it. I think they still do it now that everything is kind of switching gears with the pandemic and we're kind of coming out of things. But it was an amazing experience. I would do it over again in a heartbeat. But so initially after going to Tribe in 2018, I started a beauty membership that I had some clients go through. And then I got pregnant, and you just start making a family, like things change. So I fell back on the membership idea whenever I pivoted in 2020 into financial coaching. And it was just a way of being able to serve more people than just a one-on-one coaching aspect would allow me to serve. So that's the beauty of a membership, is that you can serve the masses without feeling overstretched or like your plate is too super full. So
you first started Tribe, because I did the same thing. I think I started in 2018 too.
Nice.
And when I first went through Tribe, I didn't actually start a membership right away, but I learned a ton of marketing ideas and things of that nature based on the training that we got during Tribe. Why don't you describe for us some of the training and some of the things that you enjoyed about the course and the experience itself?
Sure. So the course itself is amazing. Like, just separate from Tribe Live, just taking the course is amazing. There's so much in there. And I love how Stu brings in so many experts in different fields so that you get to learn from more than one person. That is huge. In my opinion, that's huge. And so, yeah, you're right. He teaches you a lot about marketing, about launching things in general. So you could apply this to more than just a membership. Like if you are someone who creates courses or digital, what am I looking for? The word digital products, like ebooks and such, and you wanted to launch something like that, there's things that you could take out of Tribe's lessons in order to learn how to launch things. And it's just Stu's energy. I think the thing that I want everyone to get is, it's not just a regular course. Like his energy is insane. He is so passionate about what he does and about teaching what he does and the way he does. It's contagious, which is why after I went to Tribe Live, I came home and my husband was like, what happened to you? I was just on fire. Yeah, I was just on fire with ideas. And immediately I was like, I got to start a membership, which, didn't end up being what I'm doing today, that same membership idea, but still, nonetheless, like it just goes to show when you're around people that are passionate about what they're doing and what they're teaching, it becomes like a wildfire. And there's so much that Stu has to offer. And he brings in, like I said, so many people he brings in to teach you different things that maybe isn't his wheelhouse, but he knows so many people that he can bring them into his circle. So yeah, I don't know if that was specific enough, but there's lots of things, and you don't just have to apply it to a membership. But if you are thinking about a membership, this is the only training I would suggest, in my opinion. You will learn all the things.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. I mean, if you're going to do a membership, this is definitely the way to go. And so it helped you to start your first membership.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you do it like while you were doing the course or right after, or how did that work out?
So of course, as I was taking the course in April in that spring, and I was listening to all of the lessons, and my wheels started spinning and I got ideas. And then I decided, after taking the actual course, to go ahead and go that summer to Live. And then as soon as I was at Tribe Live, I was like, I know I have to do this. And that's when I started formulating what membership I was going to create.
So when you started your second membership, when the membership that you currently have now, did you take a refresher course?
Because the version of Tribe when you go through Tribe, that version is always available to you. So I actually ended up refreshing by going back through it one more time, and just reminding myself of all the things and all the wealth of knowledge that Stu has to offer. But yes, I did have to, because, there was some time that lapsed between those two memberships that I have, and I needed a refresher course. But it's nice that once you purchase, that's always there available to you for a lifetime. So
I agree. Definitely. Now, I remember something that Stu did during the Tribe course. He had these things called 10 and 10s, where he answered like questions in supposedly 10 minutes, but they always lasted longer. I mean, I just love him because he gives so much. What did you think about those? What did you think about the coaching sessions during Tribe and other aspects of it?
I thought they were absolutely, like you said, he just keeps giving. He overgives, in my opinion. I think it's amazing. So like money's worth, you definitely get. Because like you said, you get the 10 and 10s. There's so many coaching aspects as part of the program. And yeah, I agree. Like, you sit down and you expect it to be like a 10-minute thing. And it's never with Stu, because he's wordy, and that's okay with me. Like, I'll sit there all day and listen to him because he's so passionate about what he does. But yeah, I think that just between like all the coursework that you get, the fact that you get that forever, and all of the little things he gives in between, even just without the live aspect, is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing and worth it for sure. Because like, let's think about it. What is it, 5-6 years later, and I'm still using the program and still being able to
and it's still relevant, right? I mean, it's still
absolutely.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's because Stu teaches you marketing skills, organizational skills, membership building skills, and things of that nature that you can use no matter when you're using it.
Yeah. And I think that was the thing I loved most about it, Candace, is that because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist at heart. So just the fact that he does a lot of timeline work and like lays it out for you and has you understand like what a launch consists of when you are launching something new like this. And he makes it so easy to understand and organize your stuff when you're applying it to what you're doing. I love that aspect of it. As someone who is like really type A, that was key for me for sure.
For me too, because he takes you step by step by step by step.
Yes.
I'm launching my own membership next month. So
awesome.
I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm following the course that I bought. I actually got the refresher in 2021, but I've had it since 2018. And I went through the 2018 version and started putting together my success path and all that stuff that he talks about and the materials that would have you to start my membership. And I love that he takes you step by step by step by step. You don't have to feel lost. You don't have to wonder where you're going. You don't have to wonder how to do this.
Yeah, Candace, I also want to speak to it, and I should have peeked and remembered what it was called. Maybe you can help me here. But the tools inside of whenever you go back to use the course that you've taken through him, the tools that will like help you write out your pre-launch emails and your launch emails, all of the copy that's in there. Yes. I mean, that is amazing.
The templates and the email templates and all those tools.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So amazing. Like, I think in and of itself, that would be worth what we paid for the course. Just that, like not having to write copy and think about all of the templating and, the dates and how that works out. It's just amazing how he lays it out.
It really is. All right. So tell us about your membership, when you first started it, what your membership is about, and when you first launched it.
Sure. So the current membership I have now, not the very first one I started. The current one I have now is, it's called the Wealth Journey Inner Circle. And so like I said, I'm a financial coach. And initially I just opened this, in May, it'll be a year. I was looking at that. It'll be a year in May that I've had it open and running. I launched it to a very small group of followers because I was just barely starting out as a coach. And, you have your circle and you launch it to the people that you do know. And so my retention has been pretty good. I've only had one fall off in this whole time. So that's not too terrible. But, the group started small. There was only 6 of us to start with. And I was okay with that because honestly, at first you want to feel like you know what you're doing. You want to feel comfortable with everything. And so I have my founding members that are there. And now I'm pivoting a little bit to how I drive people in there. So Stu will talk about in the course, he'll talk about an open membership versus a closed membership. And a lot of people find success in the closed style of membership. So that's kind of what I have with mine. I decided to keep it closed and only launch so many times a year. And he goes into how to do that and how to strategize that too. But I am now finding that as I coach people through my one-on-one coaching, I like to have that membership as an accountability factor. So it kind of gives them a place after we've coached for 6 months together that they can still go for accountability, for support, for extended knowledge on the financial coaching that I do. So it's just kind of been a beautiful transition into that. It wasn't how I intended it when I started it. I thought I could just serve more people by having a membership. But then I found a lot of people with financial coaching need a lot of one-on-one help, which I'm here for that. But then I was finding afterwards, they were like, well, now what do we do? Like, if we don't need one-on-one, but we still need you, what do we do? And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So the membership allows for that extended accountability and it's affordable for them. And it's time-wise, it saves me because I'm able to serve all these people still. So yeah, it's been really kind of a beautiful accident that it happened like that I realized that was something I could do. And I'm launching a course in May, also my first course. And I'm intending to push people into that membership after the course too. So they have that longevity of accountability in the coaching. So
I'm over here nodding really hard because as a book coach, people don't always finish. I mean, a lot of people do finish their books, but then they want to market their books afterwards. They want to relaunch. They want to do another book or whatever the case may be. So after the 6 months or the year or whatever it is of coaching that they have, they always want to stick with the community, which is one of the main reasons why people join memberships, for that accountability, for that support, and just for that sense of community. And they always ask, what's next? So, most coaches and most course creators don't realize that a membership is a really useful thing to have available to your members. The other thing is not everybody can afford one-on-one coaching.
So true.
And there are so many people out there who need financial help, who want to learn how to write books that may not be able to afford us one-on-one or even at the group rates, and may prefer to get, to be in a membership program to get, some support along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the nice thing is a membership is just so it's flexible in the sense that like you are able to use it to serve your community in whichever way you can. Like you said, if someone can't afford it, there's always that option. Now you might not put it out there and say, hey, it might be a way to funnel people for accountability after coaching, but that's always there in case you do meet someone that isn't ready for coaching, but would like some other options. So it helps you have options when you go to serve the people that you serve, for sure.
Exactly. Because we serve them for a reason, right? We really want to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So you initially did a founding launch is what Stu calls it.
Yes.
Where you go to your existing email list or your existing, people, and you offer them maybe a discounted price or something to join. And then you open it up to the public.
Yes.
So have you done launches after that? I mean, or do you still have the 6 people that you originally started with?
I still have my founding members in there. And I have done a couple of people in one-on-one coaching because it is quite expensive, and I have funneled them into there as well. Some of them have left since, but I am planning after my launch of my course in May. So at the end of May, when that is over into June, I plan on going ahead and opening it at that time. So to those people that went through the course, but also to the general public. And so this will be the first time technically that I have had it open since I launched it a year ago, because there are a lot of reasons. I had a lot of balls in the air, if you will.
Plus, it's only been a year. I mean, so you've had them in a membership for a year. It makes sense, actually.
Yes. And, when he goes through that part of the training where he talks about like how many times should you open or launch during the year, like there's like soft launches and things that you can do. Over this last year, I've just done so much transitioning and trying to figure out like, what does my business look like? How do I want to serve? That I just didn't want to add that to it. But now I feel comfortable having written the course and knowing like what I intend for the membership. Now I feel comfortable having launches, and I am going to plan on opening to the public about 3 times a year from here on out. So starting in May being the first cycle of that after May. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And what platform did you put your membership on? Is it in Kajabi or?
So that's been part of the issue too, because Candace, I am not a technology person. Like I am not tech savvy. I like get hives. It's not my thing. I want to just teach people about their money. I don't want to do the tech part, but as an entrepreneur, a lot of times you have to wear a lot of hats. So I am learning. Last year, when I first launched everything, I had met Nicole Walters. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes, I do.
Yes. So I met her at Tribe Live, and then I've followed her ever since. And I had taken a course from her, and she suggested Sam Cart. And it was kind of it's a newer platform. So I've been using them, and I love it. They've started having a place where you can house courses and stuff like that. So I have my membership in there currently. I don't plan on changing it, although I have seen Kajabi and how pretty it is, but I don't know. I can't speak from the tech aspect, like if it's user friendly or not. I just do know as a user, like it's pretty and it looks nice and it looks organized. What do you use? What do you plan on using when you launch?
I'm not sure, because I think Stu came out with a new membership site, Searchy. I thought Searchy was just a search program, but apparently it's going to be a full-blown membership site.
I didn't realize that.
If it allows you to search, or allows people to be able to search through your membership for the things that they're looking for, I think that would be a huge leg up on
I agree.
On what we've had before. If I don't do that, I may put it on ClickFunnels since I'm already on there. I've used Samcart. I didn't really know it was really viable for membership. And Oh no, go ahead. Tell me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yes. Now it was a new thing. I think they added like 6 months ago where they have like a course aspect too. So yeah.
And I'm already on Teachable for my courses. So I was thinking, but yeah, I think if push came to shove, I would put the membership on ClickFunnels if I didn't move over to Stu's new membership site, which I don't know why I wouldn't. So I'm pretty sure it's going to.
I'm going to have to look at that. Definitely. I did not realize that was a thing that was happening. So
yeah, I don't know if it's open yet or whatever the case may be, but I remember him announcing it in connection with his upcoming course. And by the way, he's renamed Tribe to the Membership Experience.
Okay. So I had kind of heard a rumor on that, but I wasn't sure if that was true. So, okay.
Yeah. Apparently some people had issues with the name Tribe. I have no idea, but
yeah, I kind of heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, so, I mean, people have issues about everything, which
that's true.
All right. So I love the fact that you have a membership about finances for women. I know it's a big thing, especially for me, because I'm not necessarily on top of my finances the way I need to be. And I know I'm not the only woman to ever say that on the face of the earth.
No.
Or person for that matter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. All right. So where can we find you if
Yes. So I am mostly on Instagram. I have a Facebook page, but I am mostly on Instagram. I'm a creative person, so I love that visual aspect of Instagram. So you can find me at The Money Stylist. That's what I go by, The Money Stylist, because I used to do hair. Now I sell your money. So at The Money Stylist on Instagram. And I have a website also. It's my name, Liz Sowers, LizSowers.com. And you can find me either place.
All right.
And if you're on my website, I do have a freebie that you can get right at the top of the page. I have a free, it's like a quick video lesson on my 5-minute budgeting method, because in my coaching, I like to make everything simple and sustainable. And so I try to break everything down to be quick and easy. And so that's just a quick lesson that I do about how to keep your budgeting very simple and within 5 minutes every month. So.
All right. And then I also heard a rumor that you're coming out with a course pretty soon. Actually, you mentioned that.
Yes. So I have a course. It's called Smart Spending, and it's going to launch at the end of April. I'm opening it up, and it will be a 5-week course that I do live with everyone who's part of it. Then, like you heard me say on here too, afterwards, you'll have an option for extended accountability in the membership group. But yes, so I'm very excited about that. It talks all about aligning your spending with your values and your goals in life, which is another aspect of coaching that I think is something that I do differently than most people. I talk a lot about alignment with our money. So
that is different. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, Liz. Thank you so much for coming on with me. And I really appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you, Candace.